Cougars and the Patriots of Knott Central. The National High School Federation Association requires officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics exercise responsibility values. All of us have worked hard to create a teamwork, respect, responsibility, and expectation. We remind you that we expect that every member will utilize our conduct. We encourage you to increase your help. Respect all participants and officials. Coaches certified that they equipment and uniform according to the KHSAA rules. Good luck to the team. Have a great contest. Officials getting referee Roy Wright, umpire Charles Grant, line judge Bill Renzi, headlinesman David Z, back judge Mark Crossbuster.
Not bad in the history right now, but this is a big game. You get ready to
Looks like Knott Central won the tip-off. They look to CC to the game. After the teams clear the field, I would like to please stand and move your caps for the playing national anthem. I'm really excited still about our slow or something. I missed 2 minutes full. I'm on the wrong side of 2 minutes.
How much time's left, Patty?
Offensively, you know, I don't know. Garrett, you know, got a few carries here and there, but for the most part, you know, he's been strictly a defensive individual. So defensively, I think it's going to hurt a little bit more than it is on offense.
These two teams, the common opponents they have played, both teams has played Betsy Lane. Both teams winning against Betsy Lane. That was Morgan County Cougars opener this year. The Cougars beating Betsy Lane by a score of 56-0. The Knott County Central Patriots had a little bit tougher time with Betsy Lane. They did pull it out, winning that one by 4 points, 44-40. Both teams played Magoffin County. The Cougars winning over Magoffin County by a score of 32-6. And Knott County Central Patriots winning over McGoffin County last week by a score of 54-35. Next week, the Cougars travel to Estill County, then they're at Breathitt County, and home for senior night, the last game of regular season, and then the Cougars will hopefully go into district play. The Patriots are on the field ready to go. They're dressed out in all white with navy blue numbers. Very easy to see, Jeff, unlike our Cougars here with a little difficulty.
Well, you know, but the uniforms are very pretty.
Yes, they're nice. They look very nice. And let's see what the Cougars has got in store here. We've seen the Cougars open up with onside kicks, squib kicks, a little bit of everything. So the Cougars just scatter spread out here. They are ready to go.
I think they want to keep the ball away from number 20 if at all possible.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about that. Luke's kicked it to the left side, and it's taken on about the 35-yard line. He's going to be hit at the 30 and drop down at about the 28-yard line, where Knott County Central will take over from there.
Well, we said they wanted us to keep it away from number 20, but they kicked it right to him. But kick coverage was really good. Matter of fact, Morgan County's kick coverage pretty much all year long has been.
Yes, it has
been really, really good.
They had some difficulty in their specialty team at Bath County, and I think they pretty much worked that out. They had one block last week, and here comes Knott County Central to the ball. As Jeff called it, they've sent 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Quarterback Cameron Jones back in the shotgun. Calling signals, man in motion, which is Jacobs. And a quick screen out to the right side, bobbling it. He picked up a blocker, one man to beat. He could take it. No, he's dragged down from behind by, I believe, was that Hunter Collins on the tackle, Jeff? Who?
That was Jeremy Keaton on the
tackle. Jeremy Keaton. Jones had 2 blockers out in front of him on that little quick screen pass. Picked up a first down, ball on the 34-yard line.
Picked up 24 on the pass play.
Luke Jacobs out of the backfield is wide left along with Tyler Kidd. Jones gets his hand off straight up the middle, hit immediately, maybe a pickup of 1 was Ty Holland.
Ryan Gibson on the initial hit with Jared Branham and Dakota Ballinger with the assist. Ryan played that really, really well from his outside linebacker spot. Fought across the face of the blocker, made the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Wide to the left side is Tyler Kidd. And we've got wideouts to the right. Chapins. Jones at quarterback. He's still back there in the shotgun. Hands off to the right side to Luke. He's got the corner turn, dragging just shy of the first down as Luke Jacobs. Good strong run. He kicked it back from the outside, back up the middle to the inside. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. It's going to be a pickup of about 7. It's going to be about 3rd and 4. Ball will be on the 34-yard line. Comes wide left as Tyler Kidd got double wide out to the right side, 2 in the backfield as Jones at quarterback. Back in the shotgun. Hands off to Jacobs to the right side. He's going to try to turn the corner, and he's going to be stopped shy of the first down. He's going to get 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry. Cougars need to really tighten up here. This is 4th down territory.
Nice defensive play by the Cougars because that play was designed to go off tackle, and he bounced it. And outside linebacker played that really, really well. And also Daniel Conley. We was talking about Daniel. Daniel come up and made the initial hit.
4th and 2. Jones still back in the shotgun. Cougars got to tighten the D here. Looks like the linebackers are going to blitz, and here they come. Jacobs to the right side. He's got the first down. He's out of bounds around the 20-yard line as he really had some good moves there to shake a couple would-be tacklers.
Hey, listen, when this kid gets out in space, he can make some things happen.
Yeah, he can make some dirt fly.
Yes, he sure can. I mean, pickup of about 11 on the play.
It's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the Cougars' 22-yard line. As Cameron Jones brings his crew to the line of scrimmage. Kidd split wide to the left, got 2 wideouts to the right side. Jacobs in the backfield. Jones straight back, bullet across the middle, and it's complete enough for the first down. And that was Tyler Kidd. Oh, he's going to be about a yard, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down from where they marked it at.
That right there shows you the arm strength of that.
Oh, yeah, that was a bullet.
That was a bullet. It was a quick slant.
Same look. Got trips to the right side. Jones waiting for the snap. He gets it, handoff up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere as Ty Holland. He's going to, don't know if he even made it to the line of scrimmage. Let's see where they finally mark it at. It's going to be, he may have got
first down.
Yeah, he got the first down. And they're having to set the chains, so Knott County Central is hurrying from the line of scrimmage. Hand off to the right side, and don't look like much there as they finally get him out of bounds as Tyler Kidd. He may have picked up about 5 on that one where they're marking it at.
I thought they had him trapped at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, I did too.
But he somehow wiggled his way out and picked up about, like you said, picked up about 5 yards on the run.
2nd and 5. They're in the red zone. Ball on the 7-yard line. Cougars defense going to have to tighten here. Jones at quarterback. To the left of him is Stamper in motion. Hand off to the motion man. He's going to try to turn the corner. He got by one tackler. He dropped there.
Touchdown.
Oh, touchdown. Yeah, he did get into the end zone. Dropped right on the goal line. So Knott County Central draws first blood here.
That was a pretty impressive drive by Knott County because we said it's going to throw the ball all over the place, but they actually end up in their first series only threw the ball twice and ran it 7 times.
A good balanced offense there. Tyler Kidd's going to try to kick it through. See, now they finally get the football in there to him. Holding will be Braden Dobson. He's also a quarterback. So Tyler Kidd is going to try to put it through the uprights. Officials are stepping in here. A little problem maybe with the placement of the ball. Okay, they put it in front of the guard instead of in front of the center. Okay. Heads up by Knott County Central, not picking it up. Good long kick, up and good. That one went into the street. 7-0. Knott County Central draws first blood. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Thank you. And welcome back. We're here at Herdman Field. Rick Barker along with Jeff Brown. Knott County Central drawed first blood 7-0. Knott County Central will be kicking off to the Cougars right to left of the radio dial. Tyler Kidd onside kicks it, bouncing around, and I think Knott County Central has recovered it as the Cougars just stood there and watched it, Jeff. Made no attempt to jump on the ball at all about the 49-yard line.
I don't really understand what just happened.
I don't either.
I mean, I saw it with my eyes, but nobody moved.
No, they didn't. I tell you, Knott County Central has done their homework as far as scouting the Cougars. Coaching staff is over there. You know, they're asking the same question we are, Jeff.
I believe, like I said, I saw it, but I don't really believe it.
Jones still back in the shotgun. He's got wideouts both ways. Jones dropping straight back. A little lob pass. If it had been up a little bit, that would have been 6. Pass was intended for number 4, Nicholas Johnson.
Well, he had got in behind the linebacker and got in front of the free safety. And actually, I mean, it wasn't a terrible throw, but he wasn't looking. I mean, the wide receiver didn't look back. And because if he had have,
it had been 6.
It might have been 6.
Jones still back in that shotgun. Wideouts both ways, 2 to each side. Jones dropping straight back. He's
screen.
Yeah, there it is. He's wide open. He's going to pick up at least the first down before he's drugged down from behind by Cody Hammonds. Wow, he had a ton of running room. He did not get the first down.
That was actually a really good play by Cody. He come from a long way away. But once again, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have screamed screen, but I'm used to being on the sidelines.
Exactly, yeah.
But you could see that coming from a mile away.
Same offensive set. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff now to Jacobs to the left side. He's looking for an opening hole, and he's not going to get the first down. He did get a couple there on that one. Jacobs, a good strong runner to the right side. It seems like the Cougars is doing a good job containing him. Knott County Central doing an excellent job as far as a balanced offense.
Oh, the run-pass, relationship is actually pretty good. But, the thing about it is right now Morgan County's faced with a 4th and 2, or excuse me, not faced with a 4th and 2. If Morgan County can get a stop here, and you get great field position so that onside kick doesn't really, come back to hurt you.
Jacobs calling signals, and he gets the snap. Across the middle, and it's a touchdown for Knott County Central as he fired it right straight across the middle. And the Cougars were in single coverage there as it looks like coverage was blowed as it was a complete, and in for the score is Knott County Central. And on that was Mason Spencer.
Once again, excellent throw by the quarterback, Cameron Jones, and I'm kind of like you. I think that maybe we had a little coverage breakdown.
Yeah. Kick down, no good. A little bit short of the uprights. 13-0. The Cougars trail early here in the first quarter. 6:39. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Herdman Field, as there was a penalty on the play, roughing the kicker. That's going to take Knott County Central half the distance. They're going to try to kick it again through the uprights. Good snap, kick is up, and this one looks perfect. It is. So now it is 14-0. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Now it's County Central kicking it off. This time the Cougars get on the football. They pick it up, trying to make their way to the 50-yard line. They've crossed the 50 to about the 49-yard line, where we will finally see the offense take over, Jeff.
Well, once again, the first one was an onside kick, and he tried to pooch that one just over top, just over top the second line. Excuse me. And Daniel Conley was standing right there, picked it up, and ran it for about 10 yards back to the 50. So good field position for the Cougars. Let's hope they can put some first downs together and get in the end zone.
Seth Turner, quarterback up under center. Full house backfield, hand up off in the middle to Ballinger, who's going to fight his way for about 4 yards. Good strong run there by Ballinger. See where they mark it at. If he got 3 or 4. Got a long 3. Let's call it 4. 2nd down and 6. Cougars have moved the ball to the 47-yard line. Normally they open a game with Hunter Collins. This time they hand it off to Ballinger, tight backfield. Collins in motion, pitch back to Collins, looking for something up the middle, and he got a little bit of breathing room there, a little closer to the first down marker. Collins has picked up about 3 on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Cougars. Ball will be placed about the 43-yard line. Cougars need a first down, Jeff, right here. They got to pick up this first down.
Well, because you don't want to have to punt after having such good field position.
Right.
And, I don't know if Morgan County would punt, depending on what they do right here.
And behind 2 scores. In motion is Collins. Pitch back to Collins. He's looking for the middle. He's got the first down to about the 45-yard line. Good run by Collins. Another good thing here, Jeff, is to see that middle is opening up. We've not seen that in a while.
Well, Morgan County, they run a lot off tackle. And if we can't do that, then the outside doesn't open up,
right,
and nothing really opens up. Now, this is the one part of Knott County's team that's not as good.
Right. Defensively,
they're just not as good as their offense is. Yeah.
In motion to the left side, pitch back, trying to make it to the outside, trying to turn the corner. He got away from one tackler, but he can't avoid the second tackler. That was Rich Jones on the carry. Man, if he could have got by that one, it was 6 on the board for the Cougars, but the defender just latched on and would not let go.
Well, this offense is, is designed to go north and south, not east and west.
Right.
And Ridge hit the hole after had about a 3-yard gain, and then he bounced it, and he was going east and west instead of north and south. If he'd just put his shoulder down, he probably would have picked up an extra 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
2nd down and 7, ball on the 32-yard line. Cougars are moving. Jones in motion to the left side, inside handoff, a trap back to Hunter Collins. He may got 1 on the play, if that. We'll see where they mark it at. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long again, about 6.
Yeah, that was Morgan County's counter right there to their normal offense. They counter it back, and there wasn't really anything there. Hunter was lucky to get the 2 that he got. But now I think you're in 4-down territory as far as.
Oh yes, definitely. 3:56 remaining in the first quarter. Turner up under center. In motion is Collins. He's going to throw it. We got a flag down. Throwed it too low. Incompleted pass. We could have had motion in the backfield, and that's the call against the Cougars.
Yeah, actually, on Morgan County's offense, you always bring a man in motion, and Collins come in motion, and Ridge moved. Moved as well, so that
He had 2 of them in motion.
2 of them in motion. Of course, they declined the penalty, which brings up a 4th down and about 6, which I think Morgan County, definitely, probably will go for it, and they are going to go for it.
And everybody in the stadium knows that they go to their go-to guy, which will be Hunter Collins. Let's see if we're not fooled with Ballinger up the middle. Got wideouts to the right side. And the intended receiver was open on that one, was Cody Hammonds, but Turner just couldn't get it to him. It does go to Collins to the right side. He's got some blockers out in front of him. He's not going to make the first down. He's dropped right at the 30-yard line.
Picked up about 2 on the play, and once again that Morgan County tried to string it out a little bit, and nobody picked up the linebacker that was scraping across as far as blocks was concerned. The blocks were out there on the outside, but there was nobody there to pick up the scraping linebacker. Now, once again, this puts Morgan County in a bad situation because you don't want to go down 21-0, or 20 or whatever the case might be. But Morgan County's got to figure out something to do with this passing attack. Whether you might see them send more people now.
I would say that everybody in the house is going to go. Jacobs in motion to the left side, goes back to Jones. He fires up to the left side. Another screen, completely missed him. Had Conley been a half a step earlier, that would have been a pick 6.
Yeah, I believe the wide receiver maybe felt or heard footsteps, so to speak, because he kind of gator armed that one. He didn't really go for the pass like you're supposed to.
Yeah, I think he was thinking, is it going to be worth it? 2nd and 10, incompleted pass. Jones in there. And the huddle, breaks the huddle. Jones still back in that shotgun. He got 2 wideouts both ways. Gets a call, got the snap. Here comes Branham. He was held, no call, and long ball overthrow. Jones was rushed a little bit. We seen right there that a little pressure, Jones will toss it in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one of the things going into the game. I think that Morgan County wanted to do was definitely put pressure on him and maybe shake him a little bit. Even though he's 6'3" and he can throw it a mile, he's still just a freshman. And a freshman, running a spread offense like this, sometimes they get in a little bit of a hurry. And that time, actually, Ridge Jones actually had perfect coverage that time.
Yeah, he did.
He had perfect coverage that time. So nice defensive play by Ridge Jones.
Cameron Jones, quarterback for Knott County Central, gets a snap. Here comes Branham in, and there's a floater pass just on the outskirts of Kidd. And Ridge Jones give him a little push there, no flag. But the ball was already overthrown at that point. Good break there for the Cougars. That could have very well cost them 15, Jeff.
I think the ball was past the wide receiver, and I think when Ridge hit him, but once again, it was pretty good defensive. I mean, he had good coverage. He had good coverage.
It looked like real good coverage.
Yeah.
And Branham is just about a half a step away from getting him a sack in there.
I'm a little.
They're going for it. 4th down and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Let's see if they're going to try to draw the Cougars, or what's it going to try to do. Cameron Jones still back there in that pistol. They're going to try to draw the Cougars off sides. No, they're not. They're going to punt it. They
Quick punt.
Quick punt. Bad punt. Good for the Cougars about the 48-yard line where it'll go out of bounds at. Cougars will be in good field position right here. Cougars could put a quick score on the board right here. They're only one score down. Still in the first quarter, 3:28 remaining.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Morgan County's not out of this game by a long shot.
No.
And I was a little bit shocked that time that Knott didn't at least run it on second down, try to pick up 3 or 4 yards and make your third down conversion a little bit easier. But they went for 2 bombs on second and third down. They went for 2 fly patterns, and it just wasn't there. Like I said,
getting a little greedy there, and it cost them.
I guess they're trying to more or less put the nail in the coffin, so to speak.
Right. Cougars come to the line of scrimmage. Turner at quarterback. Everybody in tight. In motion is Collins. Handoff to the inside, and it's going to be nothing. Hit right at the line of scrimmage as Ballinger will go down. They're going to give him a yard on the carry.
And, Knott County up front is not that big. I mean,
no, they're not.
Matter of fact, Morgan County's offensive line probably has, 10-pound, 15-pound per person. And they got Morgan County's offensive line is getting no movement right now.
That's something unusual. The Cougars playing somebody smaller than them. 4 down front defensively. Pitch back to Collins. He's running it off tackle. He's got one to beat. He can't do it. He's going to pick up about 8 on the carry. Well, I tell you what, I think that was a terrible spot right there. Looked like they took a couple yards away from me. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Morgan County went with a different formation that time. They went with more or less, if you want to call it, a full house backfield. Three running backs right directly behind the quarterback, which actually gives you 2 lead blockers versus just 1.
3rd and 5 for the Cougars. They need a first here, 4 down territory. And pitch back to Collins to the left side. He's got the first down. He's still driving. They're going to stop him right at the 40-yard line. Good enough for a first down for the Cougars.
That right there might be something that Morgan County sticks with tonight is that kind of that full house backfield. Because, like I said, it gives you 2 lead blockers up in the hole, and it allows Hunter to go either right or left. I mean, depending on which play is called, he can go to the right or he can go to the left. I mean, they can run it both ways. When Hunter comes in motion, teams key on Hunter.
Yes.
And when your stud back is getting 3 and 4 people flying to him every time, something's got to change.
Turner up under center, another full house backfield. Conley in motion, inside handoff. It goes to Collins, and Collins is going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on the spot here. They're going to give him about 5 on the carry, 4.5.
That was the counter that Morgan County can run out of that formation. And the thing about it is with Hunter, him being behind the quarterback, he can see the hole maybe a little bit better. So, but now they're going back to the original formation. Now, the Morgan County's overloaded to the left.
Turner up under center's quarterback. He's going to hand it right straight up the middle to Conley. Conley fighting for that first down. He's going to be close, but I don't think he picked up the first. It's going to bring up 3rd down and probably about 1. Another thing, Hunter Collins has got such speed that he actually outruns his blockers.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, instead of being more patient and let them move the load a little bit and follow them a little bit more.
But Morgan County went to they overloaded the left on that play, which once again gives you another blocker over there.
3rd and 1, Turner under center, calling in motion to the left side, hand up off to Ballinger up front. He's got the first down. Cougars has picked up a first down here. It's going to be 24 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Cougars is moving the football here, and I was really impressed with their last defensive stand against Knott County Central. Seems like they're settling down a little more. They've not seen a quarterback can throw this year. This is the first quarterback they've run into.
Yeah, I mean, they can wing it like this kid can.
9 seconds, 8 seconds. Let's see if they get it off before. Yep, they do. Pitch back to the right side. It goes to Collins, who's going to be lose about a half a yard on the carry. That's the end of the first quarter. The Cougars trail Knott County Central 14-0. Let's take a 60-second timeout. Every time they show up, it rains. Morgan County Football, 2nd and 11. Ball on the 30. Turner's going to throw. Gets a good throw off. It's intercepted. He fumbled it. And Knott County Central picks it up, and he's automatically dropped there by Ryan Gibson, making the tackle after the ball was intercepted and fumbled. Dobson picking up the fumble. And let's see if they're going to rule this incomplete. I think I'd challenge this.
Go to video review.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. I believe that could very well have been an incompleted pass. So see, the officials are talking it over. Incompleted pass. Yeah, I don't think he had
a huge break.
I don't think the receiver, which would have been the defensive guy that intercepted, had full control on it when he was hit.
Well, I really couldn't see it because they went out of our view. But that's a huge break for the Morgan County Cougars. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, our Morgan County Band of Pride will be competing tomorrow at Madison Central High School in Richmond. Morgan County performs at 12:15. So good luck to Greg Green, the Maestro, and the Morgan County Band of Pride.
After this play, Jeff, I want you to tell everybody about your special guest at halftime. Turner under center. You're going to drop back to pass, a little shuffle pass to the middle. Good enough for about 2 or 3 yards, but that looked too dangerous for what they got out of it, Jeff.
That did look a little bit dangerous, so you're exactly right. And they picked up about, like you said, about 1 or 2. And, the thing about that play right there is if the defense is not coming full bore like they normally do whenever a team plays Morgan County, that might have went for something big, But they're bringing everybody because we run the ball so much.
We got a few minutes to talk about your halftime guest.
Halftime guest tonight will be the superintendent of Morgan County Schools, Deidre Barnett. I had Mr. Gamble in here last week talking about the scores, and I've got Miss Barnett coming in halftime tonight.
Cougars ball on 28-yard line, handoff to Conley up the middle, nothing there. Conley was actually hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he did fight his way to get back to the line of scrimmage. Cougars turn the football over on downs as Knott County Central will take off. Be good to have Miss Barnett up here at halftime.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. We're going to discuss the test scores and I'm sure she's proud of all the schools in Morgan County and what we've been able to accomplish as far as test scores is concerned. So we look forward to having her up here, and she'll be up here probably after about 4 or 5 minutes into the halftime. We'll do the stats, and then Miss Barnett will join us.
Knott County Central takes over on downs, ball on 27-yard line, man in motion, and now they're going to hand it off to Jacobs. Jacobs is going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. He may have lost 1 on the play. Let's see where they mark it at.
I couldn't pick up who made the tackle on that right there. Once again, those numbers are really.
And the longer the game goes, the harder they are to see.
11.
Wideouts 2 to the right, which is Cornett and Johnston. Jones, quarterback, back in the shotgun, looking for an open guy. Throws out a screen, incomplete, but I don't think it would have went anywhere. Ty Holland was the intended receiver. Had 2 defenders, Collins out there along with Ryan Gibson.
Yeah, if he had have caught that ball, it wouldn't have went anywhere. That was an outstanding play by not only Gibson but Hunter Collins as well, being in the right spot at the right time. And the thing about that play right there is they're trying to clear that out. They run those 2 guys deep and bring the running back out of the backfield. But Morgan County played that really, really well.
3rd and 11, ball on 26. Snap back to Jones. He's going to go for the gusto, the bomb. Good defensive play there by Morgan County. Was that Conley?
That was Conley. That was a beautiful, beautiful defensive play by Daniel Conley. I know, once again, on the radio audience can't see it, but boy, I tell you what, if
they can see it Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was an excellent play by Conley. A little worried there he may have stowed up a finger. He's kind of shaking his hand there because he did jump in the air and deflect the football.
Yeah. They can watch it Wednesday and turn us off, right?
Exactly. They can do that.
Yeah.
Like we used to do K-Wood. We'd turn K-Wood on and the radio announcer's off. Good, excellent punt over Conley's head. It's going to roll down near the 15-yard line. Well, I tell you what, that boy all foot, wasn't he? Tyler Kidd kicking that one.
He definitely flipped the field. There's no doubt about that, because Morgan County had him pinned fairly deep, on about the 26, and you expect to get that, or excuse me, about the 20, and you expect to get that ball back, about your 40 or your 35, and be able to return it, but it went over Conley's head, and it took a very, very, very kind Knott County Central roll.
10:05 remaining here in the first half. Stay tuned at halftime. Jeff Brown will be giving you all the stats, catch you up there. Miss Barnett will be joining Jeff Brown at halftime to talk about test scores and so forth. Cougars, Turner at the line of scrimmage. Back to Conley. I'm sorry, I think that was Collins who got the pitch, who bobbled it, almost dropping it and fumbling it, but the play went nowhere. Well, he got about 3 on that one.
That was almost a disaster.
Almost, yeah. See where they spot the ball at. Looks like the nose is right on the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars. 14-0, Morgan County trails. 9.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Turner brings his troops to the line. Right behind him is Ballinger. Handoff inside to Ballinger. Ballinger trying to hit. No, I'm sorry, that's Conley. Inside handoff went to Conley. He's going to be close to that first down. He's going to give it to him. Good run by Conley.
Pickup of about 8 yards on that play. That was a little bit. That was a little bit of a trick, or not trick. Little something different coming out of Morgan County. The inside handoff
to Conley. I don't think I've seen that this year.
Well, I mean, they sent Hunter in motion, right, and which hopefully draws the defense, and then you just hand it off coming back. It's kind of like a little counter, and it looked like he almost broke that.
1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line for the Cougars. And this time it pitches back to Hunter Collins, who's going to get maybe a yard or 2 on the carry. Let's see where they finally mark it. They're going to put it right on the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars. Cougars, I mean, they've been facing 3rd and 5 or longer here about all night.
And that's not a recipe for success in this offense, because you want it to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, so, 3rd and manageable, I guess is the phrase.
Turner inside handoff. It goes to Ballinger. Ballinger, I tell you, he runs like a bull. Ballinger picking up about 4 on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 3, or 3rd down and 3 for the Cougars. Ball will be placed on the 35-yard line. 3rd down, let's say a long 2. As Seth Turner brings his troops to the line of scrimmage. Pitch back, it goes to Collins. Collins hits the middle hard. He's still driving, and we got a late flag come in, which Collins, from this angle, will be close to the first down, depending on what this flag is about. We got a face mask against Knott County Central, who leads 14-0, 7:30 remaining here in the first half. There's 3 good breaks right there for the Cougars, but I think he'd gotten that first down.
Yeah, he did. The official across the way had already spotted it, and he was a yard past the first down marker. So, once again, Morgan County's putting some first downs together. Now I'd like to see Collins or somebody hit a home run right here and break, and break one.
Turner up under center. Handoff back inside to Ballinger. He's trying to find a hole. He keeps driving, and I tell you, he done a good job holding on to that football, because Knott County Central is tackling the football. They want to fumble here.
Picked up about 3 on that right there. But that right there, I mean, just that play in itself, it kind of epitomizes some of the things that's been going on with the offensive line. That time right there, the running back actually beat the lineman to the hole.
Right.
And he got in the way. And
he had to bounce it.
And, that right there can't happen if you're going to run the football.
Turner up under center. Gets a snap, pitches it back to Collins. Collins fighting for that first down. He's not going to pick it up. He may get a couple out of the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
there's a lot of action just for a 2-yard run.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of action, you know. And I thought actually, at first glance, I thought maybe that he had a bigger hole there, but it closed up pretty quickly. So 3rd and 5, you know, and I don't think you're in 4-down territory just yet. But I'm not the head coach, so I really don't know.
Inside handoff again. He's going to get the first down. There is Ballinger as he just bowled over people.
Nice run. Now, see, that time that's the exact same play they ran just a few minutes ago, and that time the blocker was in the hole and actually made his block, and you see the difference. I mean,
right.
A few minutes ago it was a 2-yard gain. Here you got a 6-7 yard gain. So once again, you know, give credit to the offensive line for creating a hole that time.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Pitch back, it goes to Collins. Collins is bouncing to the outside, and Jeff just noticed, and they are tackling the football. They are not tackling the player, but the football.
They're going after the football, which, you know, sometimes that can be a recipe for disaster, especially if you're out there by yourself and you try to tackle the football. But it looks like that they definitely are smacking at the football and trying to rip it out, which, you know, that's anymore. That's what happens. It's not about tackling the individual. They go for that football on a consistent basis.
2nd and 5 for the Cougars. Handoff back to Collins again. Try to bounce it to the outside. He got by one would-be tackler, but he's not going to make it past the second as he has made it to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to about do it. 3rd and 5 for the Cougars.
Yeah, there was really nothing there on that play. No. There was really nothing there. And, you know, I'm surprised that Morgan County hasn't tried to go outside a little bit more than what
That's
they have.
what I was thinking, yeah.
They went outside once on a run, picked up about 4 yards early in the first quarter, but I've not seen them go outside since. And I don't know if this is by design or, you know, I'm sure it is.
I think Coach Turner's trying to set them up for that. Let's see what happens. Collins in motion, inside handoff, nothing to Conley. Read beautifully by the defense as the big defensive lineman comes up and makes that stop. As Zach Patrick making the tackle for the Cougars.
Loss of about 3 on that play, and to say that play was doomed from the beginning is probably an understatement, because there was more defensive linemen in our backfield than we had backs in our backfield.
Exactly.
So that play really was kind of doomed from the start.
4th and 6, ball on the 43-yard line. Morgan County needs to pick up this first down. 4th down, halfback packs. Collins is looking. There's nobody there, but he will get the first down. Collins around the 35-yard line, 33-yard line before they brought him down. Collins showed pass there, but actually the receiver wasn't making any attempt. I wonder if that was just a good play by Collins.
Well, yeah, he has the option on that right there. It's kind of like whenever he punts, he's got the run, pass, kick option on that right there. He's got 2 options. If the cornerback and the safeties are off, and you tuck it and run it. But if they don't, you got the option to throw the football. So that's actually a really good call and nice run by Hunter.
1st and 10, ball on the 34-yard line. Cougars inside handoff to Collins. This time he broke it outside. Had he not tripped up, it would have been 6 for the Cougars. And making that tackle was Ty Holland for Knott County Central. They lead 14-0, 3 minutes left here in the first half.
Gain of about 7 on the play. Once again, a little bit of a counter action on that play, which, a few times tonight it's been there. But usually that counter, Knott County's done a pretty good job of shutting that down.
Cougars need to get on the board here before the half. And now it's a handoff pitch back to the left side to Conley. He's going to try to get it to the outside. He's dragging people with him. Let's see, Conley, there he goes, running east and west. Let's see if he picked up anything on that. He's going to be close to the first down.
He picked up about 2 on that play. And once, like you said, he hit the hole and then he kind of bounced a little bit. East, you don't want to go east and west here. You want to go north and south. We said that already. I'm not going to say it again because I sound like too much
we will say it all night when it happens. We will.
I sound like somebody calling a college football or professional game.
3rd and 1, ball on the 25-yard line. We got whistles, and that usually indicates some kind of motion call.
I think we got a
timeout. Yeah, Knott County Central called that before the ball was snapped. Knott County Central calls the first timeout of the game. They lead 14-0, 2 minutes left in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Cougars. It's the Cougars football on the 25-yard line, 3rd and 1. Turner up under center, gets a snap, pitches back to Collins. He's fighting for the first down, and I believe he's got it by about a yard or two there.
He picked up about 3 on that play. Once again, Morgan County going with the stacked backfield. Get a couple more blockers out there in front. And this has actually been pretty good for him.
This has been basically a penalty-free game compared to what we've seen last week.
Yeah.
A minute 55 left here in the first half. Cougars trying to get on the board. Pitch back to Collins. Collins has got an opening, and he's tripped up after he picked up the first down inside the 10-yard line.
Picked up about 10 or 11 on the play. Nice run. Morgan County starting to establish the run pretty good. Changing the formations up, doing a few things differently. Which is what you have to do whenever they kind of shut you out.
Now ball on the 10-yard line, back to Collins. He's going to make it to the line of scrimmage and not much more. He may have got 1 out of that. And good tackle there by Luke Jacobs. The Cougars has called timeout. A minute 34 remaining in the first half. The Cougars are trying to get on the board here before the half. The ball will be on the 10-yard line. They trail 14-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Who is it? 2nd and goal. Morgan County Cougars go in from the 8-yard line for the touchdown, and I believe that was Collins who took that one in, Jeff. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct.
Cougars on the board here in the first half. They trail 14-6. I'm sure they'll go for the 2 here. Turner into the huddle. Now he breaks everybody out. Cougars going for the 2. Turner up under center, pitch back to Collins. He's trying to find a hole. He's still digging. And no indication. He didn't make it. So the Cougars stall right there on the 2-point conversion. They trail 14-6. A minute and a half left here in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Who is it? 2nd and goal. Morgan County Cougars go in from the 8-yard line for the touchdown, and I believe that was Collins who took that one in, Jeff. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct.
Cougars on the board here in the first half. They trail 14-6. I'm sure they'll go for the 2 here. Here at Herdman Field, Rick Barker along with Jeff Brown. The Cougars have gotten on the board, but they still trail 14-6. A minute 29 left here in the first half. Knott County Central anticipating an onside kick. I believe I would try to bury it deep or squib kick right behind the up lineman, Jeff.
I look for Morgan County to squib it. I don't think you want to give the ball to number 20.
Yeah, they did squib it right on the 30-yard line. He dropped it, fumbled it out of bounds, and that was a close one. Cougars almost come up with that one, and that went right off the hands of Tyler Kidd. But they did recover the football. The ball is going to be on the 34-yard line, and Knott County Central, I think they'll try a couple passes, but I think they're going to try the home run here before the half ends. Yeah.
Well, right there, Morgan County almost got really, really, really lucky because he come up and tried to make the play on the football and hit off his hands, and just so happens it was so close to the sideline it just kind of squirted out of bounds. Cameron
Jones still the quarterback. He's got wideouts both ways. Cameron still going back in the pistol. And to the right of him is Ty Holland. In motion goes Jacobs. Snap to Jones. Jones, he's going to go for the home run right here. And turning around a little bit too late is a would-be receiver, Dalton Cornett. That ball was off mark a little bit. Cornett couldn't decide if he's going to throw it right or to the left there.
Well, he actually had his running back out in the flat if he would have chose to go there, but he chose to go for the deep out. And I don't think anybody saw the running back coming out of the backfield because he had some room. It actually was running back. They sent a kid in motion, number 20. They sent him in motion, and he just kind of run a little drag out there.
Jones, everybody going out for a pass. Jones is going to take it up the middle. He's going to be met at the 40-yard line. And let's see, do we have a loose ball? What is going on here? Yes, there is a loose ball, but I think he was already down. They're not going to give the ball to the Cougars, or there's no indication of that as of yet. They're talking this one over. Let's see what happens. There was a loose ball, but I think maybe Jones' knee already touched, but let's see what happens. We got the instant replay going on now, Jeff Brown.
Well, somebody's going to have to look at it besides myself because they called him down.
Yeah, I thought he was. His knee was down. Yeah,
I couldn't really tell. I mean, I know Branham come up behind him and put a pretty good pop on him, but I really couldn't tell if the ball was out or not.
You know, these officials are doing a great job. Before anybody made any indication at all, they all got in a huddle and talked it over.
Got together and talked about it, exactly.
3rd and 4, ball on the 40-yard line. Good job by the linebackers to pick up that quarterback being blitzed out of there. You know, he doesn't check off very much. He has one receiver, and that's the only place he looks. Now screen to the left side. Now here comes the Cougars up. Got the first down. He's going to be dropped right about the 49-yard line. 44 seconds left here in the first half. They're going to pick up the first down. The Cougars trail 14-6. Knott County Central trying to get back the 6 that they gave up to the Cougars. Everybody's still in the huddle. Cougars is out defensively.
Holding.
I didn't even see the flag.
I didn't either. I did not see any.
There it is, right there about the 30-yard line, 29-yard line.
Well, that come from the white hat. So
yeah,
and that's
who pays attention to him.
That was some big break by for the Cougars on that one.
That's a couple big breaks the Cougars has got here.
Yes, it was. I tell you what, there was a beautiful play made out there by Cody Hammonds out in space, tackling the wide receiver after he caught, the running back after he caught the screen pass. He come off of his coverage, of course, and made a wonderful play out in the open field, which is a very one-on-one tackling out in the open field is very difficult to do.
30 seconds remaining here in the first half. 3rd down and 21. Ball on the 21. Jones at quarterback. Wideouts everywhere. Inside handoff. No fooling that linebacker. Good job defensively, Cougars. Let's see, who was that coming up with that tackle there? Let's see him turn around. That was Ryan Gibson, who done what he was supposed to do.
Stop the clock, man.
Cougars have called timeout.
I'm sorry.
You will always be a coach, Jeff Brown. Cougars only got one deep here. They're going to send the house, and here they come. Blocked! Cougars with an excellent job. Now call another timeout. 15.5 seconds remaining here in the first half, and a good pump block by the Cougars. They only had one deep. They brought everybody but the water board, Jeff.
With one deep, and the thing about it is, in a situation like this, if you do rough the punter, they move it up 15 yards, and they're still at their 35-yard line.
Right.
So wonderful play, aggressive play by the Cougars.
Cougars has got the ball on the 19-yard line of Knott County Central. 15.5 seconds left here. And I would say they're going to call a quick timeout after this play. Turner dropping back to pass. He floats one in the corner just on the outstretched hands of the would-be receiver. Jeff, I'll let you pick him up.
That was actually a really, really, really good pass. Maybe just a little bit outside of for Hunter, but it was almost a beautiful passing catch by Hunter and Chase. Seth Turner. Chase graduated a couple years ago. Great pass. Just one of those.
Yeah, just right off his
fingertips.
2nd and 10, ball on the 19-yard line. 10.5 seconds left here in the first half. In motion is Collins. Hey, he's going to throw it, and he does. Overthrows. the intended receiver there over there in the corner. See if we can pick him up. Number 26, which is Cody Hammonds, intended receiver. 3rd and 10. 6 seconds left. Ball on the 19-yard line. Cougars are trying to drive here.
It wouldn't shock me if they don't come back to something similar to that. I mean, I don't know, but I think it's a possibility they might come back to something similar to that play right there.
They may have time for 2 plays, 1 and 1 more, depending on what they do here. Now Turner's going to throw it inside. Pass. It goes to Collins. He's breaking to the left. He's in for the score.
Touchdown.
That was a little middle screen right there by the Cougars that we have never seen this year. Cougars are within 2 of Knott County Central as time ran off the clock. The Cougars has got no time left on the clock, but yet still they can go for the 2-point conversion and tie it up here at half. Don't forget, Miss Barnett, the school superintendent, will be with Jeff Brown here at half. So if you want a drink of water or something, go ahead and do it. We'll tell you how they do here, but stay for Miss Barnett and Jeff's interview. Handoff up the middle, and he's in for the score. The Cougars have tied it, and that was Hunter Collins with a 2-point conversion. We are tied at 14. The Cougars go in the locker room with the momentum. Let's take a 2-minute break while Jeff gets his is yet to pick up a win here in District 7, and the Cougars will travel to Estill County next week. And here's an onside kick. It's not going to go 10 yards, but the Cougars do recover as Morgan County will have excellent field position. A little surprise there, Jeff.
Well, I'm surprised that he actually went for the football. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think whenever they watch film, they're going to be like, "Don't ever do that again."
No, never.
Because the ball was only went like 4 or 5 yards, and that ball's dead when it stops because it's got to go 10 yards. And we had one of our Cougars jumped on the football, which, like I said, I don't think. As a matter of fact, Polo Easterling is telling him right now exactly what we just got through talking about.
Cougars in good field position on the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Turner pitches back to Collins. He's looking for something up the middle, and he's going to break it to the outside. He's going to be close to the first down. He's going to come up about a yard shy.
Pickup of about 9 on the play. Once again, Hunter went off tackle, bounced it to the outside, and had a nice gain.
Yes, he did.
I tell you what, that touchdown going in at halftime, that the momentum of the game and stuff. That series right there, Morgan County, the Cougars are going to come off the ball a lot harder that time.
Now the handoff straight up the middle. It goes to Ballinger. Ballinger trucking there for about 4 yards on the carry. Ballinger's good for 3 or 4 yards a carry.
Pretty much every time. I mean, he's got great body lane, and by that I mean he runs behind his pads. His shoulders are bent, so even if he gets hit, he's going to fall forward for at least a yard and a half, maybe even 2 yards. But once again, like I said, the Cougars are coming off the ball. The offensive line's coming off the ball a little bit harder. So the touchdown going in at halftime might have put the momentum back in Morgan County's favor.
1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Now it comes back to Conley. Conley's bouncing to the outside. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Morgan County got on the board quick here in the 3rd quarter, and I just cannot believe that Knott County Central went for that onside kick with the Cougars having the momentum in the locker room.
That's something that kind of shocked me as well. And once again, I mean, onside kicks, they work every now and then, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't work a lot.
Right.
So that puts Morgan County in the lead for the first time.
20-14. Cougars is going for the 2-point conversion. Their first time failed. Second time was pay dirt. And the handoff pitch back to Conley again. He's going to try to bounce to the outside. And I believe, let's see, is he in?
He is in.
He is in. We kind of lost view there as it went around the corner. But the same play they scored the touchdown on. Conley's hanging on to that football there, Jeff.
I don't think that's his first touchdown, but I could be wrong. Of course, I don't know if we can. I don't know if they would let him keep it or not. But you never know.
The coaching staff's putting it up for him, so I guess it's his football.
I guess it's his first one.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, no, he's still got a hold of it. He's going to kick off, is what he's going to do. But he did trade footballs. Donnie McKenzie gave him a different ball, and the coaching staff took the ball that he scored the touchdown with over to the sideline. So Cougars with a 22-14 lead here. And we seen last week Hunter Collins done the third quarter opening kickoff, returned it back for a touchdown, and they scored quick there. So let's see if the defense can pick up this momentum. Cougars getting ready to kick it off. They'll be kicking right to left of your radio dial. Cougars still in the huddle.
Well, you know, I mentioned at halftime, and it bears repeating, since the 6:39 mark in the first quarter, Knott Central only has 4 total yards since the 6:39 part in the first quarter. So, you know, it's been a while since they it's been a while since they have put together a good drive, as Conley kicks it out of bounds, which will give Knott County the ball on the 40, if I'm not mistaken.
No, about the 32, 33, let's see. Now they're going to place it, on the 40-yard line.
I think they're going to make them re-kick.
They're going to re-kick it.
Which now, you know, the Knott County has the option of either taking the ball where it goes out of bounds at, taking it on the 40, if I'm not mistaken, or making them re-kick. And it appears that they think that they can get better field position than just the 40. So, because, you know, the 40-yard line is not bad field position at all.
And he normally kicks it to the right side, and over there on the right side is Mason Spencer along with Brad Chaffins. So let's see if he fools him and kicks it to the right side this time. Conley backing up. I think Knott County Central's wanting to break one here is what they're after. And right down the pike it goes. And he takes it on the 25. He's out to the 30, now to the 35. He's across the 40-yard line, and he's going to go down about the 43-yard line.
Well, taking the penalty and making Morgan County re-kick gave him 3 yards of field position, which I don't know if it's that big a deal in the grand scheme of things, but because you always take there's always the possibility you might fumble the kickoff,
right,
or you know, you might drop it, or whatever the case might be. So, but you know, that's why I'm up here and not getting paid any bucks whatsoever as far as coaching is concerned.
Let's see what the Cougars can do defensively. They've got 4 down linemen. We have a quick whistle here. And we've got a timeout by Knott County Central. So let's take a timeout. Cougars lead 22-14. We'll be back in.
Didn't get a lot of commercials in.
No matter. We don't have that many sponsors. And while we was at commercial break, Knott County Central ran a play. It was a screen pass to the right side, picking up about 5 yards on the carry. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Ball about the 49-yard line. As Knott County Central breaks the huddle, comes to the football. And same look we've seen all night. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, 2 in the backfield. And the snap goes back to quarterback Jones, hands off the left side to Luke Jacobs. Jacobs hitting back up the middle. He's going to be close to the first down. Let's see where they mark it at.
I think he's going to be about a yard shy. Gain of about 3 on the play. Nice play by Ballinger on the tackle, with assist by many Cougars. I'm not going to steal GW's thunder.
There you go. 3rd, and they're going to call it a long 1, 3rd and 2, ball on the 48-yard line. Jones still at quarterback, still back there in the pistol, waiting for the snap. He gets it, no rush. Comes to the right side. Yeah, he's going to nowhere, but enough to pick up the first down. And the Cougars give up about 3 yards on that carry, but it looked like Luke Jacobs had some daylight, and that defensive wall just collapsed on him.
Well, Ryan Gibson on the play made an outstanding play. He was blocked, and his blocker, I think his blocker kind of come off of him a little bit. And Ryan, when the running back cut it back up inside, Ryan was sitting right there waiting on him. Good job by Jared Branham setting the edge on that right there. He set the edge and causes the running back to bounce it back up to the inside.
1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. Jones still back in the shotgun. He gets it. He's looking for a pass. He's going to go to the left side. Beautiful bomb. He caught it down to the 2-yard line. Good pass play by Jones down to Tyler Kidd in the corner. It's going to be 1st and goal. The ball is going to be, let's see if we can put our field glasses on it. It's going to be down inside the 2-yard line.
That was a beautiful ball by the quarterback, Cameron Jones. I mean, that was a beautiful, beautiful pass and a great catch. And, you know, to be honest with you, Conley had really good coverage on him. It was just a great pass and catch.
Now, quarterback Jones, he's back there, gets a snap, handoff up the middle. It goes to Jacobs. He's bouncing to the left side. He should be in for the score, and he is. Touchdown, Knott County Central. That's going to bring Knott County Central within 2. Let's see if they go for the 2-point conversion or if they're going to kick it, try to kick it in, and still they'd trail by 1. Brad Chapin's coming into the game. Quarterback is still out there. They're going for the 2-point conversion, which makes a whole lot of sense. Luke Jacobs into the backfield.
A nice answer on the touchdown by Knott County Central after Morgan County had scored, you know, to lead the half off. Nice answer by the Knott County Central Patriots.
In motion is Jacobs. Snap to Jones, and good defensive play to knock that one away by Ridge Jones.
Ridge Jones, nice play by Ridge. I thought he was beat from, you know,
I did too
when we first saw it, but he had great closing speed. So nice play by Ridge, holding the Patriots out of the end zone on the 2-point conversion.
You know, the Cougars defensively really has not put any pressure on quarterback Cameron Jones tonight.
They haven't got hardly any at all. And, you know, we talked earlier that we thought that they might bring the house, and I mean they sent a blitz a few times, but I thought, you know, maybe they would, you know, blitz a little bit more, but you know, once again, John Fugit, one of the best defensive minds that I've ever been around.
Oh, he's awesome.
Oh, he is. I mean, he really truly is. And he knows what he's doing.
You know, we talked earlier in pregame, the weakness of Knott County Central definitely is defense. If Fugit was on that side of the ball with that defense and could get that defensive line, this team would be awesome.
Yes, they would.
Could you imagine?
They would. Like I said, John Fugit, been around football all of his life, played for Breathitt County. Matter of fact, I played against John.
Really?
Yeah, when he played at Breathitt, I played for Morgan. They beat us 9-7 right here. I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Now the Knott County Central teeing it up is Tyler Kidd. He pudge kicks it over to the left side, taken by Conley, and he slips and falls, and that's where the Cougars will take over at about the 38-yard line. Cougars still in pretty good field position here.
Oh yes, and you know, and right now, what Morgan County wants to do is they want to put together a good long drive, go down, score a touchdown, get the 2-point conversion, get a two-score lead. And that puts the pressure then on Knott County to do something special on defense. And I think if Morgan County just continues to run the football like they're doing right now, I don't think Knott County can stop them.
Turner under center, gets a snap, hands it off to Conley up the middle, bounces off to the left side. Conley going to pick up about 4 on the carry.
I tell you what, that might have been one of the best runs that I've seen Conley. I know the 30-yard touchdown run, but he got in the hole after about
and stayed there.
And stayed in the hole and dropped his shoulder and ran through the tackler. Outstanding run, but Daniel Conley.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down and 5. Ball is going to be on the 44-yard line. Cougars at the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff, it goes to Ballinger. Ballinger fighting for the first down. He's going to be close. Let's see where they spot it at. They may have to bring the chains out on this one. Let's see where they mark it at. Hey, they're going to give him the first down.
Gain of about 4 by Ballinger.
And you're right, Jeff. This is what the Cougars need to do. Grind it out, run the clock, and score.
And score.
Yeah.
because with Knott County's offense, they can score quick, and,
Yes.
and the thing about it, what you don't want is you don't want to turn over, or you don't want to go you don't want to go out of series.
Turner back to Collins. Collins trying to break it to the outside. Collins is going to pick up about 5 on that one. I say 4 on the carry.
If you've noticed since the first quarter, Morgan County's starting to get 4 and 5 yards
Yes.
a carry versus the 1 or the 2 or whatever. So, offensive line, we talked about them last week a little bit, and we mentioned them earlier to that in the first quarter. But now the offensive line is actually coming off the ball a lot harder right now, and you can see it by the 4 and the 5 and the 6 yard gains.
2nd and 6, ball on the 48-yard line. Turner up tight underneath. Gets a snap. Here comes the blitz. Conley in the middle. He ran past it. He's breaking tacklers. He's down around the 30-yard line before they finally bring him down. And it's 1st and 10 for the Cougars. What a excellent run. And Conley, that time he hit the hole again. He stayed in the hole. He didn't go out, try to bounce it out.
18-yard pickup.
Oh,
so
wow.
Conley's had 3 runs in this second half, and I tell you what, all 3 have been very, very impressive. So it's nice to have Daniel back 100%.
1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. And Turner gets the inside handoff. It goes to Collins. He's got a corner turn. He's going to be close to a first down. Probably a pickup of about 9 on it. Let's see where they finally spotted at.
That's 7, that's 3.
Gain of about 7. On
Yeah,
the play.
7.
That makes Hunter's 23rd carry tonight. So he's been he's been toting the rock quite a bit tonight.
It's good that Conley's there to give him a breather as well.
Yes.
2nd and 3, ball on the 23-yard line of Knott County Central. And it comes back to Conley. He dropped the football, but I believe he got on it. Let's see. No. Turnover of Cougars, and that's something the Cougars don't do a whole lot of, is turn the football over. It looked like a good, clean handoff, but Knott County Central's tackling the football.
From up here, and I hate to even say this, but it looked like that maybe his hands were not in the proper position on the handoff.
It looked like he got him on the hip.
It looked like his hands were a little bit off. I'm not going to say that it was. It just, from up here, it looked like maybe that was the case. I'm not for sure.
Trip to the right side for Knott County Central. No, they're going to send one back over to the left side. They're a little confused there right now. Quarterback Cameron Jones. And beside of him is Jacobs. He gets a high snap. He pulls it down. He's looking in the corner. He's got a guy open. Overthrows him. And here we got a flag. Conley lost the football in the air and went ahead and tackled the would-be receiver. But would you say that was uncatchable, though?
Well, I don't know, because he kind of tackled him about 4 or 5 yards before the ball got there. So I'm not really going to say for sure, but it looked like actually the wide receiver and Daniel kind of got turned around on that play right there, and neither one of them could find the football,
right.
And they were kind of fighting for it. And in a situation like that, they give
I don't blame Conley a bit. I think I would have done it too.
Well, the thing about it is, the way it looked, he could have saved the actual touchdown.
He could have.
I mean, it's very possible. So, sometimes there's good penalties, and that might have been one of them.
1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Got wideouts everywhere, like every formation they have. Jacobs is right by him. He's dropping back to pass. He's getting a little pressure. Throws a little screen to the left side, and it's going to lose about 3 yards.
Wonderful play by Ballinger on that. Oh, my goodness. That was an outstanding play. It's one of those things you talk about on the radio that you can't see, but it was a beautiful, beautiful play. They had a screen set up to the left, and Ballinger fought his way through the blockers and tackled him for about a 4-yard loss.
Jared Branham really put some heat that time on Cameron Jones at quarterback. And with pressure on Jones, he will release that ball early.
He gets rid of it. Yeah, he wants to get rid of it quick. Well,
yeah.
and I'm sure John Paul don't want his quarterback taking shots, freshman.
Jones calling signals. Jacobs back there by him. And a bullet across the middle. He's going to pick up the first down. And he's fighting off tacklers. He's going to pick up an extra 5 yards. That was an excellent catch and run by Johnson, Nicholas Johnson, on the reception.
Well, the slot receiver ran, if you want to call it a slant, I guess you could, a post, and he hit him and there was nobody in the middle of the field.
No, nobody there. I don't know if the linebackers was in a blitz or if they picked up single coverage, because they've got 3-4 receivers right now out wide. Handoff inside to Jacobs, and he's going to pick up a first down on the carry as the middle opened up for Knott County Central. Knott County Central trails the Cougars 22-20, 3:57 remaining in the third quarter. Knott County Central is going back to what they did in the first quarter, a well-balanced attack, run pass.
Yes, and then good timeout by Coach Fugit. Morgan County has kind of been gashed here a little bit. Hopefully they can. He's been taught, hey, listen, if it's coming, get rid of the ball quick.
Yeah,
get rid of it quick.
right.
That way you don't take those shots. Because, even in pros, college, they're going to protect the quarterback in high school as well.
Oh, yeah. And Jones does have a quick release. I don't think he checks off. As a freshman, he'll learn to do that, though. 2nd down and 1, ball on the 36-yard line. Jones back. Throws a screen to the right, and it's bobbled and dropped by the would-be receiver, which would be Stamper. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
I kind of figured, and I think maybe you might see, it's 3rd and 1. I thought maybe on that play you might see him go for the home run, because you got 2 plays to pick up first down, because they're going to go for it. And but then again, this could be the play where they go for it.
Jones got everybody wide out. Jones waiting on the snap. Hands it off to Jacobs, and he's hit immediately. I don't think he made it, Jeff.
I think he lost yardage.
I think he did. I think he lost 1. He lost about 2.
Outstanding defense by the Cougars.
Right. Those down linemen, and Jared Branham right there making the tackle. It's going to be 4th and 3 here for a long 3.
I would expect probably maybe a pass play here, but you never know. I mean, with Knott County, because they've run it when I thought they was going to pass it, and vice versa.
I would look for the screen here as Knott County Central wants to talk it over. They got the ball on the 37-yard line, 4th down and 2. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Knott County Central trails 22-20. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Talk fast, Randy. Hurry, Randy. Thank you, man. Jones stays in the pistol, got motion to the right side. It's a double reverse handoff. He goes back to Jacobs. He wanted to pass it. The intended defender fell down, and Jacobs is going to pick up the first down for Knott County Central. Just a little reverse there by Knott County Central.
Yeah, that was a gutsy call. I'll be honest with you, but there was no contain on the backside of that. And I'll be honest, I think Knott County Central might have got away with one there, because it looked like to me that there was 2 people in motion. The guy was coming in motion, and the running back, I think, moved a little bit. So I think maybe Knott County got away with one there.
Watch Jacob. He seems to leave early every time. Now handoff right up the middle. He goes. He's got the first down, and he's drugged down from behind. That was an excellent run by Ty Holland, picking up about 15 on the carry.
Nice run. Like you said, nice run by he was not touched until he got to the second level.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball will be on the 15-yard line of the Cougars. And well-balanced attack on this drive for Knott County Central. And there's a screen to the right side. It goes to Jacobs. And Jacobs has got the corner turned, and he's going to be drug out of bounds. That's going to be a horse collar penalty right about the half-yard line, as they grabbed him by the inside of the shoulder pads to drag him down. Knott County Central knocking on the door.
Yeah, pickup of about 15, plus you add on the penalty, and it puts Knott County in striking distance from about the 2-yard line.
Maybe a little closer than that. Let me just get some glasses on. Yeah, it's down inside the 2. Jones at quarterback. Handoff straight up the middle to Jacobs. He's hit immediately, and he did make it back to the line of scrimmage. Look where the down marker is, and look where the goal is. About a half a yard line.
About a half a yard line.
Yeah, about a half a yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal on the half-yard line. Cameron Jones into the huddle, breaks the huddle. Right behind Cameron Jones is Luke Jacobs. Jones is a little bit closer to his center on this play. Jacobs gets a handoff, and he's going to be stopped.
No, I think
he got in. He got in, yeah. Touchdown for Luke Jacobs.
Morgan County had an opportunity on that right there. They had him in the backfield, and there was 2 missed tackles on that one play that cost Morgan County. Like I said, they had him at about the 3 or the 4 yard line. Morgan County just could not wrap up and bring him to the ground.
26-22. Let's see what they decide to do. They want to bring their quarterback Cameron Jones back into the huddle, so they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Try to make it a 6-point game. And a pass right across the middle, untouched, and the 2-point conversion is good to Tyler Kidd. And just a quick slant across the middle. 28-22, Cougars give up the lead to Knott County Central. Let's take a 6. And we're back here at Herdman Field. Rick Barker along with Jeff Brown. Knott County Central just took the lead. They got a little squib kick. It's going to be down at the 45-yard line, and that's where the Cougars will have it 1st and 10.
Morgan County needs to answer now, Rick.
Yeah, they do.
They need to answer. And, like I said, Morgan County had that drive. They was driving the football down the field and then gave up the fumble, and Knott County turned it into some points. So Morgan County had the momentum. They score quick. They get the ball back. They drive it. And then all of a sudden fumble, and now Knott County has answered.
Knott County won over South Floyd 50-40. They can put some points on the board. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. In motion is Conley. Pitch back to Conley, and he's got the corner turn, and a linebacker comes up and does an excellent job. And we've got a penalty as Dobson made the tackle. Late flag coming in. That's probably a personal foul call. Let's see what we got. No, holding against the Cougars. Wow, that was a late one. Let's see, no gain on the carry by Conley. Conley coming up limping somewhat there with his left leg as he comes off. Let's see who they replace him with. Ridge Jones will check into the game. They're going to take the penalty. That's going to make it
1st and about 20.
Yeah, 1st and 20.
Which this is not, Morgan County don't like to be 1st and 20, of course. But once again, need to put a drive together, go down and score. I mean, there's still plenty of time left on the clock, but you want to try to put something together right here from Morgan County.
28-22, the Cougars trail. In motion, inside handoff to Collins. Collins is going to pick up about 7 yards on the carry.
Nice run. I mean, you get 7 yards back now if you can, another 6 or 7. So now that doesn't necessarily put Morgan County behind the chains as much. But I don't know if you look for Morgan County to pass the ball or if you stick with with running the football.
I would dance with who I took to the prom. 2nd and 13, ball on the 42-yard line, and he's going to pass it, and he's got a guy open. He floats it out, could be intercepted, and it's a fight for it, and I think Knott County Central came up with it. Yes, Knott County Central's football. It was a fight for the ball. The ball was underthrown. Now, I tell you what, that was a good defensive play. He just laid back, and his timing was perfect to come up with it.
Well, I said I didn't know if Morgan County would pass it or not, and I'll be honest with you, on that play right there, he was open initially, and the ball was a little bit underthrown, which gave the defender time to recover and get back. Once again, I can understand them taking a shot.
2 turnovers by the Cougars in 2 possessions, back-to-back turnovers. Be 1st and 10, ball on the 35 for Knott County Central. And trips to the left, single wide out to the right. Jones, handoff to Jacobs up the middle. He's hit immediately. Good defensive play there by the big man, Jared Brannaman, who was the linebacker.
That was Dakota Ballinger coming in there to help clean up. Actually, I think both of them kind of got there about the same time.
Yeah. So we'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Need some help from these down linemen. The Cougars are running with 3 down linemen. Looks like we may have a timeout. No, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Cougars trail Knott County Central 28-22. We'll take a 60-second timeout. 28-22, the Cougars trail going into the 4th quarter. Rick Barker along with Jeff Brown. It is Knott County Central football. 2nd down and 9. Ball will be on their own 36-yard line. And they come out with wideouts everywhere. It's Knott County Central team, but I tell you what, can you imagine them in 3 years?
They're going to be pretty good.
They are going to be good. This quarterback stays healthy. Jones dropping straight back. He's got somebody open. He needs some help. He tried to pitch it. He had a man wide open out here in the flat, Brad Chapins, and he just didn't see him. You put, like we said, you put some pressure on this freshman, he's going to either run it or throw it away.
I thought that he was getting ready to throw that, and he like I said, he was under pressure. Matter of fact, he was in the grasp, so to speak. And I thought he was going to wing it out here to the little running back that come out of the backfield who was open, and you could hear Polo on the sidelines screaming, screen, and that's what I think they was trying to set up, but Morgan Kane just got there too fast. 3rd
and 12. Cougars need to stop him here to force him into a punt. Ball on the 33. Jones dropping straight back. He's going to air this one out, overthrown. That's going to bring up 4th and 12, and again, I think he rushed that pass a little bit.
So Morgan County trails 28-22. We get the football back. Still plenty of time. We score, we go up. Morgan County is actually in pretty good position, only being down 6 with 11:13 to go in the 4th quarter.
Which is going to take the Cougars longer to score, and it is Knott County Central. They need to grind this clock, and they need to have a payday at the end of that. And Knott County Central punts, almost blocked again, mile high in the air, and it's going to go out of bounds somewhere around the 45-yard line. I know it's going to bounce back in and die at the 45-yard line. Cougars in good field position right here.
Nice defensive stand by the Cougars.
Oh, yes, excellent.
It was one of those situations where they had to.
Yeah.
And the Cougar defense rose to the occasion and stopped Knott County, get the ball back for your offense, and now Morgan County has 55 yards to get to pay dirt.
They trail 28-22, 11:02 remaining in this ball game. Very, very important ball game. I think with somebody with 2 losses in the district, you dug a hole too deep. The Cougars already have 1 loss in the district. Now it's a pitch back to Collins. Collins is driving. He's taking a pack with him for the 1st down, or very close to it. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. Now he's going to be about a yard shy.
Nice run by Hunter Collins. That was nothing but Hunter Collins on that run. Right
exactly.
Excellent run.
We got an official timeout. We've got a Patriot injured over there as medical comes out to check him out. That's our big, strong.
Last couple of games.
Yeah.
But when it's raining and it's not like that, those instruments get wet.
Exactly.
And it ruins them.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Right. And they're, where's the band? Where's the band? Well, sometimes Mother Nature says you can't do something. So that's we wish the Morgan County band lots of luck tomorrow.
If we have a little time after this play, we'll talk a little bit about the band. Turner up under center. Inside handoff, it goes to Ridge Jones. He's picked up the 1st down, and he's dragging defenders with him. He's still on his feet. How
my
in the
goodness.
world? I'd like to know what he benches in his legs.
Oh, my goodness. What a run.
I'm surprised the officials did not blow that dead.
Well, I am too. He was hit after about 5 yards, and he packed Knott County with him for another 10. So 15-yard pickup by Ridge Jones. What a run. That's one of those tune in Wednesday night just so you can see that run right there.
And this is a team that's wanting to win tonight. East Cougars wants this W. Turner pitches back to Collins, and Collins into the secondary, and he's going to pick up about 7, maybe 8 on the carry.
That was a wonderful cut. Did you see him cut in the hole?
Oh, yeah.
He got in the hole, and he just made a quick little cut to the left and picked up an extra 2 yards. Wonderful, wonderful run by Hunter Collins.
2nd and 3. Quickly about the band, I heard them announce at the halftime that one of the players is going to be marching the Macy Days Parade in New York.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
2nd and 4, ball on the 24-yard line. Pitch back to Collins again. He's got the first down, and a little scuffle out there. The quarterback, Seth Turner, goes down on a linebacker out there. Coach Turner has everybody blocking, doesn't he?
Well, no, that's part of this offense. And, I mean, if you can remember back a few years ago, one of the best blocking quarterbacks that Morgan County's had was Laren Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter's brother. And Laren would block as well as a lineman would sometimes.
1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Inside handoff it goes. Still on his feet, still dragging people with him, and running over the official in the process. Going to be close to a first down. Who was that?
That was Ballinger. That was that little quick inside handoff, and he just, once again, on Ridge's run, he carried people with him and gained an extra 10 yards. Same thing with Ballinger on that right there. He was hit initially. He was actually stopped behind the line of scrimmage and kept his feet moving, broke a tackle, and carried defenders with him for a gain of about 6.
Ball on the 13-yard line, 2nd down and 3. Seth Turner up under center. He gets a snap. Turner throws the block that picked up the first down on that carry. What does Turner weigh? 130 pounds.
Well, actually, from up here, he looks like he's, kind of skinny, but he's really not. I mean, you see him in the hallways, you see him, at school, and he's about 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. And probably 175. I mean, I don't know for sure, but like I said, he's a big, tall, lanky outfit. And once he gets, some more weight on him, he's going to be tough to do anything with.
1st and goal, ball on the 9-yard line. Pitch back, it goes to Collins, looking for something up the middle. And Collins is going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry. About 3 yards on the carry, I guess. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars.
Well, there's no doubt this is 4-down territory for the Cougars. So, Coach Turner can pretty much open up the playbook and do whatever he wants here because he knows he's got 3 more opportunities to get this thing into the end zone from the 5-yard line.
Ball on the 6-yard line. Turner under center in motion. Back to Collins. He's trying to hit it to the outside. He's got the corner, and he's got the touchdown. Cougars scored. We're tied at 28. Cougars, they can kick it for the extra point.
They can.
I look for them to go for the 2-point conversion, but let's see what they do. Yeah, Turner, quarterback, going into the huddle. Let's see if they try to go to the outside with this or give it to Ballinger up the middle. Huddle is broke. Everybody in tight. Ridge Jones to the right. In motion is Collins. Inside handoff to Ridge Jones, and he's going to go in untouched.
Nice play call by Coach Turner.
Yeah.
Whenever Hunter went in motion, the linebackers and everybody flew, counter back to the left, and Ridge sticks it in for a 2-point conversion. Nice run by Ridge. And matter of fact, I talked to Ridge in class today. Maybe I shouldn't be telling this, but who cares? I talked to Ridge in class today, and I said, now, Ridge, there's one thing I don't want to say. And he said, what's that? I was like, I don't want to say when Ridge Jones gets in the hole, he's starting to tiptoe.
Right. He didn't there.
And he didn't there, and he definitely didn't on that 15-yard run. So I'll have to make sure that I tell Ridge.
I like that formation. Ridge Jones lined up right at the heel of the tied in there and came back on the inside. That looked like a trap to me from here, Jeff. But you coach this team. You know more about that than I do.
That's the kind of they call it joker, or and more or less what it is you get the motion going one way, and then you hit back the opposite way of the motion, which you get people flowing. And you hope that they do flow, and they did on that one. And so really and truly you only have to block about 3 people. And Morgan County blocked it well. Matter of fact, Ridge went in pretty much untouched. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but Ridge was hid right behind his pulling tackle.
Right.
The tackle pulls on that, and he was hid right behind him and just kind of squirted in there. So nice play by.
And Ridge took his time. He was very patient there. He let his blockers do their thing.
Yes, he was.
Cougars in the huddle. Quick kick. And the Cougars has got it, I believe. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the officials say. To me, it looked like the Cougars came up with it. They're still fighting for it there. I like that. The Cougars were still in their huddle, and all of a sudden they like they was going to break huddle and kicked it onside. But I think Knott County Central come up with the loose ball.
And we almost called Ridge Jones's name again.
Exactly,
my goodness, that was an outstanding effort on Ridge's part. And I think he got his hands on the football.
Yeah.
He just couldn't pull it in. Once again, that was a great play call, because as soon as they started attacking the football, the front line of Knott County took off backwards. Just so happens number 44 was able to come back and get the football.
He went out earlier with an injury, Zach Patrick, and I said they couldn't afford to lose him. Glad to see him back in the game, and he's healthy. 1st and 10 for Knott County Central. Ball on the 49-yard line. 6:56 remaining in this ball game. Cougars up by 2. Jones back at quarterback. Dropped straight back. He's looking for somebody wide open across the middle again. That's that slant pass. The Cougars are trying to tackle the football, and dragging defenders with him is Nicholas Johnson. Good for a first down for Knott County Central.
Pickup of about 20 on that play, and I'll be honest with you, I am kind of shocked that he got his head around in time. It looked like the wide receiver wasn't even looking for the football, but he got his head around just in time and was able to make the catch. Nice catch.
If I was not Central, I'd come back with that again. Cougars, he's as wide open. 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Knott County Central, they trail the Cougars 30-20. Jones gets a snap. He's dropping straight back again. Little lob pass across the middle. Deflected, nearly intercepted. The Cougars done a great job there. As far as coverage, they had single coverage. It was Ridge Jones back there.
It was Ridge and Ridge almost come up with the interception.
And good heads-up play by Jeremy Keaton to come across and help out on that. 2nd and 10, ball still on the 30-yard line. Cougars need a 4-and-out here. This is 4-down territory, no doubt. 30-28, Cougars lead. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Snap back to Jones. He's getting some pressure from Branham. He throws it over to the side, and again, he released it. He threw it behind the receiver. That time, again, big Jared Branham came barreling in there.
That was almost disaster for the Cougars, because the number 20 run a wheel route, and the linebacker dropped him off, and the corner didn't pick him and I'm assuming that Morgan County is playing deep thirds, or corners got deep third in the middle and deep third on the left, and I don't think that the cornerback come off of his route. I could be mistaken. I don't know exactly what defensive call they did have called there.
3rd and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. 6:22. Jones looking for an open receiver. He's going to go down.
Nice play by Dakota Ballinger coming out of nowhere.
Ballinger brought the 6'3" quarterback down, and he tackled him high, but he had to. The quarterback is so tall.
He's so big. Oh my goodness! Wonderful play by Dakota. Loss of about 10 on the play.
That was an excellent call by Puget. He got pressure from the backside, and just so happened Dakota Ballinger was blitzing from that side. 4th and 20, ball on the 40-yard line. Cougars need to hold here. Wideouts left, wideouts right. Jones back at the quarterback. Jacobs back there with him. He gets a snap almost over his head. He's looking downfield across the middle. It's a bullet. He can't hold on. Dropped it. And he ran right into double coverage. And he should have had that one, was Nicholas Johnson.
That went in and out of his hands. Cougars caught a break on that.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the coverage was there. But what Knott County does, and you know, as a free safety or a cornerback or whatever, and you've got 4 receivers, and they're running drag routes, and they're running crisscross routes, and they're running rub routes, and goes, and slants, and posts, and corner. I mean, it's hard. It is really difficult sometimes, but the coverage was right there.
1st and 10, Cougars pitch back. It goes to Collins. Collins is going to make line of scrimmage. He might have squeezed a yard out of that one. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars. You know, the Cougars done a good job. That was that same slant pattern across the middle they picked up 20 on before.
Yes.
With Johnson there, and the Cougars had good coverage there. But you know, their quarterback is a freshman. He needs to learn to take a little off of him. I think it stung his hand.
Well, now he did throw a fastball.
No, he throwed a bullet. 2nd and 9, ball on the 41-yard line. Cougars. Back to Collins it goes. Collins is going to pick up about 4 maybe on that carry.
You know, even though Hunter has packed the ball about, let's see, that makes his 31st carry. I don't expect that anybody else will touch the ball from Morgan County. I mean, senior, give it to him. And as Brian said, you ride the horse that brought you, so to speak, or you know, would you ride a donkey if you had American Pharaoh or whatever his name is?
Yeah, Turner called that Egyptian.
Yeah, he called it Egyptian Pharaoh.
3rd and 5, ball on the 45-yard line, and 4 down territory for Cougars, whether they like it or not. Hand off to Collins again. He fights. He's going to pick up the 1st down with a couple yards to spare. Should have been stopped 2 yards shy of the 1st down.
And right now the clock becomes our friend.
Yes.
You know, there's no doubt about that. And if you remember, Knott County's already used 2 timeouts early in the 3rd quarter. So they only have 1 timeout left, and there's 3 minutes and 57 seconds. So if Morgan County can pick up another 1st down, it might seal the deal.
Oh, yeah.
I know Seth will not snap it before he's supposed to.
And Seth, the quarterback, up underneath Ballinger. And Ballinger's ankles and everything is tied up. He's going to get about a yard. Good defensive play there by the down lineman. He just shot the gap. He was down on all 4s to make that tackle, which is White, Jordan White.
Ballinger's helmet come off in the play. And in high school football, if your helmet comes off, you have to come out for at least 1 play.
Jeremy Keaton checking in.
I would expect that Hunter Collins is going to get the football right here again.
I don't know. They could come back with a counter. I'd say that defensively they're looking for Collins. 2nd and 9, ball on the 47-yard line. Let's see what happens. Turner, Collins in motion. You're right. Collins with the carry. He's got the corner turn. He's going to be close to the 1st down, and he finally goes down, and we got okay, they're going to call the hold against the Cougars here.
I believe they are.
I thought I seen a horse collar on Collins.
Well, I think he grabbed him up there, but Collins slipped off. And matter of fact, I think that's what Hunter's talking to the referee about right now, is the fact that he was that he was grabbed. And I think that's the reason why they picked up the flag, is because I think the referee No, I thought they picked it up too. They're going to mark her off 10. Well, we never got an official signal from the referee.
No, we didn't.
Why I was confused. Okay. Well, I guess it was a hold then.
2nd and 15.
Morgan County 30, Knott 28 with 2:45 on a running clock.
2nd and 15, ball on the 47-yard line. Wide out to the right. Everybody else in tight. Collins in motion. A sweep to Collins. He's got away from 2. He can't get away from 3. He's going to be hit for about a yard loss.
Well, that play once again looked doomed from the get-go. And what happened was, which this happens from time to time, is there was a bobble on the snap. and that throws the timing off
Yes.
because Seth couldn't get the football, and that threw the timing off, and your blockers are already gone, and you're talking a half a second. That's a big deal because it was there initially, and then because of the fact that it took a little bit longer for the play to develop, the defense has time to react and make the tackle. So now it's 3rd and about 16. So it's decision-making time for the Cougars.
Yeah, it is. Ryan Gibson down with a leg cramp here. Something you don't see a whole lot of this time.
So right now, I think Morgan County will run the football just to put Knott County in the situation where they either got to call a timeout, because if you throw an incomplete pass, the clock stops.
Right.
And it's 3rd and 16, and I don't know if Morgan County's got a 3rd and 16 play in their playbook. So I think you turn around, you hand the ball to Collins, you get what you can get, and then force Knott County to either call timeout or let the clock run. Morgan County calls timeout before the 30-second clock expires, and you're under 2 minutes. But that's just thinking.
I think this is a 4-down situation. What do you think? Or would you punt it here? Say they pick up half of it. Say they pick up 10 yards, 4th and 6.
If they're 4th and 5, 4th and 6, you might see once again that run pass option where Hunter has the opportunity to run it, and if he don't, then he punts it. I'm just thinking that as well as the defense has played the past couple series, you make Knott County drive 85, 90 yards to try to win the game.
3rd and 16, ball on the 46-yard line. Let's see what Seth Turner's got up his sleeve under center. Gets it, inside handoff, and he's going nowhere. Maybe a 2-yard pickup as he was ankle tackled there was Hunter Collins. And you're right, White has called timeout. Knott County Central has called their last timeout. They trail the Cougars 30-28. See what they do.
I don't know.
Thank you. Or a fake punt.
No.
4th and 14, ball on the 48. Cougars are dropped back in pump formation. Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't fake it. No, they punted it. And it's going to hit about the 20. Dropped it. And the Cougars had a great chance here to recover a fumble. And it slipped right through their hands. But, wow. Good try again by Ridge Jones.
Ridge Jones was right there. And I don't understand the whole point of the kid trying to catch the punt. He was not even, actually he wasn't even a deep guy.
Right.
It was actually the guy that was blocking Ridge, and he turned around, looked up, saw the ball, tried to catch it. It hit the floor, or hit the ground. Excuse me.
Wrong sport, coach.
Basketball game. Ridge jumped, and it squirted out from underneath of him. Oh man, what a play!
Oh, I'm telling you.
I tell you what, Ridge has been in a lot of plays tonight.
A minute 45. Cougars lead 30-28. Ball on Knott County Central's 20-yard line. They've got a very deadly quarterback. Jones back there. He's looking, throw the screen to the right side, and it's going to go nowhere. A pickup of about 2. Let's give him 3 yards on that pass play. In the first half, we've seen that pass play go for 10 plus, Jeff.
Yes. And this is where the lack of timeouts really cost Knott County.
Yeah.
Using those 2 early on, because you're down to 124 right now, so you're going to have to take a shot if you're Knott County down the field.
Jones back at quarterback, spends no time in the huddle. He's dropping straight back, looking for somebody across the middle. There it is, enough for the first down. A good completion there to Tyler Kidd. Going to pick up a first down for Knott County Central. A minute 12 left here in this ball game. Knott County Central going with no huddle, running clock. We're down to a minute. Cougars lead by 2. Jones back, looking for somebody. He's going to try to go in the corner. He's got a step. Oh, wow. And pass interference. Yeah, good call. Good call. That was pass interference against the Cougars there. They bumped him. They bumped Tyler Kidd as they both actually went up in the air. It was Ridge Jones bumping Tyler Kidd.
Ridge had great position.
Yeah,
and
he did.
I tell you what it is, as a cornerback, one of the hardest things is to defend a deep ball, because the simple fact of the matter is, if the receiver knows it's going to be short,
right,
he can stop. And you're taught as a cornerback to read the receiver's eyes. Well, you don't read their body, you read their eyes. And the wide receiver come back, well, Ridge is still running with him, so it's going to, that's just one of those unintentional pass interference calls that it's kind of hard to swallow as a cornerback, but it was the correct call. But it was good defense. There was nothing wrong with that.
It's going to place the ball on the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. 58 seconds left in this. Cougars lead 30-28. Knott County Central's football. Jones drops straight back. And here comes the pressure from Ballinger, and he hits him just as he released it. Jared Hammonds.
Jared Branham.
Branham. Yeah, I don't have my glasses
That's
on.
okay. Yeah.
That's a B.
Jared, he as they say, dropped the hammer on him that time. That was a great hit, and he just got rid of the football.
54 seconds, no huddle. 30-28, Cougars lead. Ball on the 45. Jones going back. Branham trying to come in. Wide open on the left side, and he's dropped immediately, but it's enough for a first down. Good catch by Tyler Kidd. That's going to move the ball down about the 35-yard line of the Cougars. No huddle again from Knott County Central. 46 seconds running clock. We're down to 40 seconds. And Jones back at quarterback. He's got it, dropping straight back. And here comes some outside pressure, and he's hit, and the pass is caught, and it's going to take it down to the 15-yard line. Tyler Kidd making the catch. Had the Cougars been about a step quicker, they would have sacked the quarterback. As outside pressure was coming.
That was an outstanding catch by the wide receiver. That was an amazing catch with two people draped on him.
Yeah. 26 seconds, the clock is running. Ball on the 17-yard line. Knott County Central. Drop back. 18 seconds. Jones looking for somebody open. He's going to go in the corner. He's open. Touchdown, Knott County Central. 11 seconds left on the clock. A good pass play in the corner from Jones down to their go-to receiver, Tyler Kidd. And Knott County Central, very dangerous, as we talked earlier. They can score from anywhere on the field. A 4-point lead with 11 seconds to go. 4, 2, 6. They'll have to go for the 2-point conversion as Jones comes back into the huddle. This has been a great football game. Let's see what they're going to do here. Actually, with 11 seconds left, Knott County Central needs these 2 points. Jacobs in motion, and he's going to pass it out to the right side. It's not going to happen. He caught it, but he was on his knees when he caught it. So we're just going to keep it right here, as unless somebody calls a timeout. Knott County Central will be kicking off to the Cougars with 11 seconds. Here's where you need that touchdown run back by Collins.
Here's where you need that touchdown run, but I don't think you'll see that. What I think you're going to see is, what you're going to see is the onside kick, just because that way there's no chance of picking it up and running it back. I don't think that they'll kick it deep. There's no way. They should. They're not going to kick it deep. That was once again, that right there was a situation on that pass right there. He threw it from the right hash mark back across the field, and I don't really know exactly what happened. It's kind of hard to see down here in this corner what's going on, but it looked like to me that he got behind the defensive back and was able to haul it in.
Knott County Central teeing it up, and as Jeff Brown said, we'll be looking for an onside kick here, and they're overloading to the left side, and they're going to pooch it out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Let's see if what the Cougars are going to do here on this penalty. Gonna make him kick it again.
That's probably not a bad idea. I mean,
Yeah,
at this point in the game, at this stage in the game, you want to try to get as much field position as possible. So you make them back it up, and you make them actually have to try to kick it deep to you. And and the thing about it is, if he kicks it out of bounds again, we back him up 5 more yards and so on and so forth. Because I don't think that they're going to give Collins the opportunity to return this.
No, I wouldn't. And Jacobs is kind of wandering around. Jacobs offsides. Okay, he's backing it up. They're overloading to the left side, Jeff, but they're kicking it to the right side. I don't know. Right down the middle it goes, and it's picked up by a down linesman, and he's going to go down, and they're pitching it back to Conley. Lost about 5 yards on that in about 5 seconds as well. 5.5 seconds left in this game. Cougars trail by 4.
Well, you got, you're down to 1 play, and, I'm assuming that it's probably going to be Hunter under center because, Hunter can throw the ball a long way. I'm assuming it's going to be Hunter back in shotgun maybe and run a bunch of people deep and, hope for the best.
We'll see a prevent defense here out of Knott County Central. I'd say they'll have 3 down linemen. Everybody else will be out in left field.
I don't expect anybody to be within. Actually,
now they're going with a 4 down lineman here, and their linebackers is up on right behind their defensive line.
They're a little bit closer.
In motion is Collins. He's looking for somebody. He's looking for a pass, and he just throws it down. Nobody open. 1.7 seconds left here in this ball game. And the Cougars are going to talk it over. 1.7 seconds. The Cougars trail 34-30, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Thank you. And the Cougars lined up from the line of scrimmage. Seth Turner dropped back to throw a pass across the middle, and it was intercepted by Stamper, and that's the way this one's going to end. The Cougars losing a district game here by a score of 30-34, and what a heartbreaker it is for the Cougars. The Cougars drop